Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for a Thursday night video right here on Metal God 669. Thank you for watching, and as always, make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. And all that good shit. That's it. I don't need to tell you my introduction. You can do it, figure it out by yourself. And if it's your first time watching, welcome to the party, pal. And hope you enjoy the content. And if not, you can get out of here. And go fuck yourself. And that's it for that. And we move on with that. Alright. Hope everybody had a great Thursday. And that's all that matters. But anyway, on this Thursday night, April the 27th, 2023, we have some sad news to report. As always, here on the Metal Guide channel, I do tribute videos to the faithful departed in the world of TV, music, movies, wrestling, stuff like that. And I do a little bit of music news here and there. But we'll get to that at another time. But today we lost a living legend in the TV world. This guy was basically most of our childhood, if you grew up in the 90s, and this guy was a great, a legendary talk show host, and then became a judge. Later on in his career, his talk show went on for 28 years, I think. Over 25 years, I think it was. But he's a legend. His some of his topics were great. He had wrestlers on his show at times. But most of the time, it was drama central, if you know what I mean. And his fights on his show were legendary. But we just lost Jerry Springer today, and I'm still in shock to hear the news that, and I didn't notice at first. I heard this from good buddy Wrestling Otaku, who did a short on his Wrestling Otaku channel, and he did a video about Jerry Springer dying. So I was like, what? So, as always, you know, you have to fact check this stuff, because, you know, there's a lot of clickbaiting on this fucking website. So, I went on TMZ, where I'm going to get the report, and, lo and behold, Jerry Springer, out of the blue, has passed away at the age of 79 years old, due to, pancreatic cancer. And, it's just a sad day for everybody that knew Jerry, and you know, he was mayor of Chicago. We all know some of the backstory with him. Mayor of Chicago for a long time. Then he started his TV show back 27 years ago. That's 96 for you people. So we had that. So anyway, let me read the story from TMZ. And that's that. Jerry Springer, one of the most influential and controversial figures in TV history, has died today at the age of 79. His hit TV show, The Jerry Springer Show, lasted 27 years in syndication. Never a boring moment. Wild, a crazy show. He had Razor Ramon, Chico Scatol on the show. He even had the Iron Sheik, I believe, on the show. John Wayne Murdoch, if you don't know who he is a wrestler for GCW and H2O here in the Northeast. He was on that show as well. We had a lot of celebrities on that show at one point. He was also a guest host on Raw. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but he should be. But in any case, he was a guest GM remember when they had the anonymous GM. Or the guest GMs, I should say, you know, Donald Trump, Shaq, Hugh Jackman, you know, people like that. Well, I hope they never bring that back, but I mean, it'd be fun, but, you know, we don't need that. So we got that, and we all know, when you watch that show, which is basically if you stayed home from school early in the 90s, even the 2000s up to now, his show was on like around 11 o'clock in the morning on Channel 11. So now it's on reruns now. But anyway, everybody, every time they fight, it was like, Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. And then Jerry with his little quirks here and there was like, I'll get it, when the doorbell rang and everything. His little quirks in there were funny as fuck. But a family spokesperson said Jerry was battling a brief illness, and TMZ said it was pancreatic cancer that was diagnosed a few months ago. And this week it took a turn for the worse. Fucking cancer! So he died this morning peacefully at his home in the Chicago area. That sucks. Like I said, he had a failed campaign in the U.S. Congress in 1970. Was elected, the mayor of Cincinnati. I thought it was Chicago. In 1971, became his mayor in 77, and served one term. But his show debuted in 1991. I thought it said 27 years, so that's really more than that. It's like 32 years, but on TV, I guess, for 28, whatever. But most people remember this, but when he started, Jerry's show focused on political issues. Then it became a big rating smash when they started dealing with people cheating on each other, strippers on the show, showing their titties and catfishing and all that other stuff like that. Just weird stuff. It's fun. His show became so popular, it topped Oprah Winfrey's show in several cities. It did went off the air. It went off the air in 2018. I thought it was kept going. But he had one more run as Judge Jerry, which ran for 3 seasons. He was also on The Masked Singer, I should say, as a turtle. I don't know what he was, but that was kind of fun. His last TV appearance came on The Masked Singer. Like I said, he was playing the Beatle, singing a Frank Sinatra classic. You're just as a Beatle. You can't sing the Beatles. The Beatles. Anyway, his cancer battle got much worse about a month ago. He finally had to stop working. He'd been hosting a folk music show on a local radio station in Cincinnati, and he's survived by his daughter Katie Springer and his older sister Evelyn. So that's pretty much it for that. Others in the talk show industry have paid their respects to him. Maury Povich, who retired, I think, late last year after a long run on the Maury Povich show. He says, I am shocked and saddened by Jerry's passing. He was a friend and colleague. He was in his own way a unique showman, and he's going to miss him. Let's see who else. Ricky Lake. Remember Ricky Lake? Around the same time, Jenny Jones, people like that, Geraldo Rivera, Phil Donahue. She said she loved Jerry and was sad to hear he died. She said, a mensch and a friend. She said, I always loved his final thought at the end of his crazy show. My favorite memory of him was when he and I battled out on a rap battle. He was hilarious, and he beat my ass. Okay. Not like that, but anyway. Sally Jesse Raphael, or Sally Jesse. I was extremely sad at the news of Jerry Springer's passing. He was a bright, funny man who I consider to be a friend, and he will be missed. Geraldo Rivera said Oprah was a catalyst who brought him and Jerry together, though it had been a few years since he last spoke to Jerry. And, he last spoke to Jerry, didn't know he was even battling cancer. That's pretty much it. And also, one of the prominent members of his show, Steve Wilkos, who has his own show, is still around. I think he believes that he's still around. He's finally opening up about his time with Jerry. Last time they saw him, he talks about a night they both got very emotional. Says his dear friend never let on that he was battling cancer, so it kind of hid it from a lot of people. Steve worked on the show for 10 seasons from 94 to 2007 before having his own show, which I think is still on the air. Says he and Jerry just hung out about a month ago. Jerry didn't mention his pancreatic cancer diagnosis. Steve said he might have been saying goodbye to him. Hugged me like he never hugged me before. Reminisce about the good old days, which they rarely did. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Other than his father, Steve said no one had a bigger impact on his life than Jerry. He credits Jerry for giving him his career, and even his wife, who is his producer. He was don't know who Steve Wilkos is. He's a retired cop. When he was hired in 1994 as a bodyguard, and was probably one of the best security guards they had there, which led to him launching the Steve Wilkos Show in 2007, and it's still around 16 seasons later. Still a good show, but it's on like very late in the day. I don't really watch it most of the time. Through all the ups and downs, Steve says Jerry was always in his corner, and even at their last get-together last month, he believed his good friend would outlive him. But obviously not. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So, hearing this news, I was in shock. I'm still in shock, but, it's like I always say on my rest in peace videos, my tribute videos, you gotta live life the best you can, because you never know. You can wake up and you're dead, or, someone you love, they might not have an illness, and the next thing you know, they wake up dead. They don't have any complications or anything. They don't have a severe illness or anything. They're just dead. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Died in his sleep. I always worry about, my life, and, my health's not the greatest, but I'm trying to get it to be there. I'm only 46. I hope to have at least 30, 40, maybe 50 years left of my life. Who knows? I worry about my parents. They're in their mid-70s right now. Getting close to 80, so I gotta, start thinking about the last few years I got left with them. Hopefully I got another 10, maybe 15 years left with them. Hopefully, we'll see. Rose is a little bit older than me. I gotta worry about her, because she's not in great health. But, we strive to live life each day. Like DDP always says, live life at 90%, the other 10%, don't know. But, take each day as it comes, as I say, because it might be our last. Because you never know when, somebody would die. I mean, we lost Harry Belafonte a couple days ago. Len Goodman from Dancing with the Stars, we lost him a couple days ago. Around the 80s, I think Len Goodman was around in his 80s, maybe. I think late 80s. I forget. Harry Belafonte was around 90 something. So, prominent men that died around around the age of 80. And in some, when Harry Belafonte was like 90, I think, something like that. So, we can't live forever. I wish we could. I wish we had a fountain of youth, so we can just all go to it and live forever, or take a pill so we can live forever. But sadly, there is none. There is no pill or nothing that can make us live forever. I mean, God put us on this earth, and He gave us like a set time to live. And, sometimes we, things happen that God can't control. And we live to like 25, we live to 60, we live to, if we're in good health, and we live a good life, and we can live to like 80, 90, 100, maybe 100. In certain cases, I think the oldest person lived that was like 118, somewhere around 120. We don't have, like Clock during that, during the Nickelback video, saving me. We don't have that. If we did, then everybody would know when we're gonna die. But only God knows when we're gonna die, and sometimes He takes us at unexpected moments. I mean, you could die tomorrow. You don't know that, but hopefully not. For some of you, maybe. But in any case, hopefully for me and my parents and my friends and the rest of my family, hopefully, nothing bad comes, unexpected illnesses and everything like that. But like I said, we don't know when our last days are. So, I mean, if we had that clock on our heads, then we would know, but we don't. So, it's only one man can take our lives, and that's Jesus and the Lord, God. God only knows when He puts us on the earth, and then He says, "Oh, you're gonna live till 95, and then you get up here again." We don't know that, but said that Jerry Springer, Harry Belafonte, and Len Goodman passed away over the last couple of days. So not every year it starts off with some big name person dying, and we it just hasn't been. I mean, kind of been slow last couple of months because we haven't really lost a lot of people in the wrestling world or even in the movies, music world. I think the biggest one we had this year was Jay Briscoe in wrestling. So, Owen Hart's death is coming up on May the 23rd, his 24th year anniversary. 25 will be next year. So that's going to be a big thing when the Owen Hart tournament comes next year for AEW, the third year. So I think they will do it next year too. So that's going to be a big thing. So whoever wins it, it's going to be a big thing because it's the 25th year anniversary of Owen Hart's death, which was in 1999. So it's going to be a big, huge thing when that comes up next year. But we'll see what happens with that. The Owen Hart Cup starts at Double or Nothing at the end of next month, and then it'll go through Forbidden Door, and then ends at in Calgary in his hometown, July the 15th for Collision. So we got that. But in any case, leave me your thoughts and opinions, your memories of Jerry Springer, your favorite episode of Jerry Springer. I liked when he had the strippers on and they were showing the tatas and things and everything. I like the one where they had the two kids, and then I think they're like Make-A-Wish kids, and then Razor Ramon was there when he had the Intercontinental title. I thought that was fun. I think they had he had a couple of interesting shows where it kind of got a little testy, and even Jerry got into a fight once with I think it was like a Ku Klux Klan member. Or somebody he almost got into a big fight, and like even the audience were gonna say we're about to get involved. It was like a big almost riot on his show at one point. But cooler heads prevailing. Jerry would have kicked the guy's ass anyway. But in any case, Jerry was always a funny guy. I think he was on an episode of Celebrity Deathmatch at one point. I can't remember that, but he was a character, and he will always be missed, and we'll be saying Jerry, Jerry, Jerry all day long. And even in heaven, when people are going to be fighting up there in heaven, they're going to be saying Jerry, Jerry, and he's going to be hosting a talk show in heaven. But so sad to see to hear that Jerry Springer passed away. But leave me your thoughts and opinions down below, and that's all I got to say about that. Alright, I'm going to continue watching this garbage fest of a Ranger game. Rangers are down 1-0 going into the second period in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals against the Devils. At least the Mets are winning tonight, so that's a good thing, but they're winning 4-1. Brett Beatty had a home run. Francisco Lindor a 2-1 double. Then Mark Canacorn with a single with a sac fly, so the Mets are up 4-1. Hopefully they can salvage this 3-game series. And then they got a big series this weekend against Atlanta, if they even play it, because it's supposed to rain all weekend long, all the way up till Monday. There's going to be a lot of doubleheaders coming up at this coming season, near the end of the season, because the Braves and the Mets only face each other, I think, like 13 times, something like that, 13, 14 times. So there's going to be a lot of doubleheader games to get through, because of this garbage fest weather we're having, especially at the end of April going into May. So we'll see what happens with that, and hopefully the Rangers come back and win and stop fucking around. But in any case, that's that. So we'll see what happens with the Rangers tonight. If they lose, I'm probably going to rant because it looks like it's going to be over by Saturday at the Garden, Game 6. But I really don't want this to go 7, but it looks like it might go there. I hope not, because then whoever the Rangers face next going to be really well rested. I mean, I thought the Islanders were out, but it's 3-2 Carolina, and they play tomorrow. So, Carolina, can you get rid of them, please? But, and then the Bruins play tomorrow night at 7:30. That's why Rampage is on at 5:30. Thanks a lot, Boston. But anyway, we've got Game 6 of their series. Hopefully the Panthers win, take it to Game 7. But we'll see what happens with that. And, basketball is still going on. Congrats to the Knicks. We're going to the second round. Who they play might be Miami or Milwaukee, which means they're good land. Probably play the Bucks, but we'll see if they can close them out. And the only team that's in there is, I think, Philadelphia, because they beat the Brooklyn Nets in 4 games, like wiped the floor with them. So they're waiting for the winner of whatever series is. I think it's Boston and Atlanta. And Boston really choked one the other night, but it is what it is. So we got all that. And that's pretty much it. But leave me your thoughts and opinions down below about Jerry Springer. And that's it. All right, I'm going to go. I will be back probably after the Ranger game tonight. Not going live, not till tomorrow, with your SmackDown Rampage review. But I'll be back later with my Ring of Honor TV review after I watch that. So probably about 11, maybe around midnight, we will talk about Ring of Honor from tonight's episode. And that's pretty much it. And maybe a little rant on the Rangers, but we'll see. And that's it. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your cookout, Jerry Springer. You the man, boy. You were the man back in the day. Thank you for my childhood. And, keep on doing what you're doing in heaven, man. That's all I gotta say about that. Rest in peace, brother. And that's it. Jerry. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.